All right, here we are again, as promised, part 2 of the collection update. Quite a few goodies to show here again, and a couple replacements. So, first one I'm going to start with is this one here. Yeah, this is an addition. I already had the record. I had the Roadrunner European pressing, but here we have the Megaforce Silver label, the US one. That one was one I didn't have. And there's a story there. There's always a story. So this one here, I think we all know this one here from the Mega Vault. That was the last Megaforce Silver label, MRI 1569, that has these miscellaneous tracks on them. In there was the letter from the Old Bridge, New Jersey Township zoning, sending a letter to, here, I'll even do this. Maybe you guys can just read it if you've never seen this before. Pause it, freeze it, screenshot it. But inside of that was a beautiful thing of photos. They all have little numbers on them which corresponded down there who they are. But on the back side, here we have all the Megaforce releases. It starts right there with the albums, Kill 'Em All. I'm going to try to read this backwards. Metallica, Kill 'Em All, July of 1983. Produced, engineer, and recorded at. So then we go down the line here. Though they are not numbered, they do go in order of the MRI 069 with Kill 'Em All, moving right up the line through Feel the Fire by Overkill, which was 1469, and then this one being 1569. So other than that, there was Eric Steele, TT Quick, Lone Ranger, another Metallica EP, and then there was a TT Quick EP, and then there was an Anthrax EP, and then the very original 45s that were released back in the Venom 45, the Anthrax 45 with Soldiers of Metal, Howling Furies. Venom had the Acid Queen and Die Hard, and then Merciful Fate with Black Masses and Black Funeral. Those three, I believe, were picture disc 45s. Those are virtually impossible to find these days, but my mission has been to acquire everything. I mean, someday, maybe, but right now, all 5 of the EPs and all 16 of the records. So this one here just concludes that mission. Well, that doesn't conclude it. I'm missing one. I still need one. So here is the, this one is MRS 03. MRS 04 was the Whiplash EP, and MRS 05 was the Anthrax Armed and Dangerous EP. So this one here, yeah, it's nothing special, but it's a one song. Same thing on both sides, almost. I mean, but it's Johnny Z. So that was just something goofy they did. Music and lyrics is by him. So vocals, the Lone Ranger. He is the Lone Ranger. So this was just one I picked up to complete the EPs. Actually, here's the TT Quick EP. Now, the TT Quick and the Eric Steele are not listed as MRS 01 and 02, but more MARZ 2001 and 2002. So this is just the beginning. TT Quick, we all know those guys out there. Mark Tornillo, vocalist for Accept now. This was where he started, and this is just a 5-track EP, again, on the Megaforce silver labels, even though this one shows up as yellow, but it is the Megaforce, and it's listed as such. I have everything else in here. These were just the more recent acquisitions to fill this collection in. One I'm still missing, MRI 063 or 369, and that is I've never found a good copy of Melissa Merciful Fate. It's the only one I'm missing out of this entire lineup, so the search goes on. So what else? That was a little Megaforce thing. How about a little Metal Blade thing? Picked up this little EP here. Third Stage Alert. Metal Blade Records, one of the original ones there, with a rare red label in the center. So no insert, nothing. Another one I grabbed here was Witch Killer, Day of the Saxons. Found that one too. Found both of these together at the same place. So that's another 5-track EP. Early Megaforce, Metal Blade. Silver label one. Metal Blade release 1011. So this is actually one of the early ones. Lyrics inner, and of course the band shot. So good little EPs. Always fun to add Metal Blade records, Combat records, Shrapnel records, Megaforce records. So Warlord, been looking for an original of this for a long time. Yeah, the jacket's got a little bit of a beginning of a seam split. It's got a few creases in it. There's a serious one there. Doesn't go to the backside though, but this one does. Record's in pretty decent shape actually. Again, the early silver label. And this one does have the insert with it as well. If I can get it out of there. So, always good to add classic releases to your collection. So, get that back in there. All right. Now, this next little batch is going to be a little bit more of just some newer ones that I've been listening to. So, and have just more recently come out. Wearing the Shirt, Armored Saint, the new one. It is a good record. It's taking me a little to get used to. It has taken a number of listens to get it going, but actually like it very, very much now. In the beginning, I was very disappointed. It's kind of got a weird, but kind of cool, smoky. For some reason, I don't seem to mind. I prefer a black one. I don't mind these. The splatter ones are the ones I really dislike. So, but this one definitely has grown on me a lot. I've been spinning it a lot. I'm really, really hoping to be able to see them. They also included the lyrics and some pictures. They just recently started a tour with Metal Church. Actually, I do have that one here, the new one, Dead to Rights. Very good record. I've been enjoying that one a lot. Both of these are going to place in my top 10. I know it. The Armored Saint, Metal Church, really hoping they're going to add some dates here in the States for the upcoming tour. There's not many listed, but hopefully more will come here soon. I'm really hoping to see that one out there too. So this one, first album they've put out since 20 years, 22 years. Didn't know what to think. I almost didn't order it. No Remorse Records. I don't believe it got a North American release. The CD was released in Canada, but I almost passed this one by. But man, am I glad I didn't. This one could be my number one this year. This one is a phenomenal record. The new Crimson Glory. 8 tracks on here, Chasing the Hydra. Just decided at last minute to add it to the order. One of my High Roller Records orders. Beautiful black vinyl. This thing is just phenomenal. There's still 3 of the original guys in here. There's the hype sticker even. So this is a very good continuation of from the Transcendence record, in my opinion. This is where that one should have gone. Strange is Beautiful was a little more of a different direction, but yeah, there's the guys right there. The new singer does a phenomenal job. Very good record. So if you guys haven't heard this one, check this one out. So a couple new release reissues that I finally got the second one in. I talked in the last video about the Exodus reissues. Well, here's the 2 Megadeth reissues that Capitol Records finally did. Took a long time to finally get releases of these. You know, I'd love to have originals of these. Maybe someday I'll come across them, but you know, originals of Euthanasia go for hundreds of dollars. So is that ever going to happen? Finding one? Probably not. But this one, again, and like Countdown to Extinction, they did a very good job. Artwork is beautiful, very crisp, clear. Though the words euthanasia that is on the CD is not on this one. So there's the back cover. This one is a nice, beautiful gatefold. So a little story about that. I pre-ordered these a long time ago when they first announced them from Capitol. Had them paid for, everything. And then the time came for them to release them, and they, sorry, there's been a delay, your order will ship. And these came out May 31st, I believe. And they then said end of July, early August. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. As it turned out, none of the retail stores had them. Amazon had some. I ordered them both from there right away. Euthanasia showed up immediately. The email that came from Capitol Records, they were kind of like, well, sorry, there's been a delay. I think the delay was they shipped their product to the big guys like Amazon or something first. Because I even talked to a few retailers in my trip around some record stores here in the last few weeks, and they all said the same thing. Yeah, they didn't press enough, didn't get any, don't have any. Countdown to Extinction was not shipped by Amazon. They said that one's going to be into July. Out of the blue, it showed up. It is not a gatefold. Again, artwork is very, very well done. I love this back cover. I just love that one. So fun. So it is a double record on 2, as is Euthanasia, but why they didn't do a gatefold on this, I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments can make, if they know that original European UK, was that a gatefold? This wasn't, so maybe that's why they did that. So artwork is great. So long story short on this one here is that those emails came out, and they gave you the option to cancel them, get your money back. So I immediately ordered them from Amazon first and then proceeded to go through the cancellation. The email showed up here about a week ago stating, hey, we're ready to ship your final part of your order, and Countdown to Extinction is being shipped. So I actually emailed them back, and they said, yeah, you only canceled the first one. No, I went through each title and did the same thing. They said you can refuse it at the door before it arrives, but of course I wasn't home, so FedEx delivered it, and now I have a second one. Does anyone need one? Message me. I have it. It's still sealed. It's still in the cardboard box from Capital. I know this one has been a little more difficult to get, so if you're out there and need one, let me know. I've got one. I'll ship it to you there. Just, we'll figure out something. I don't know, somebody else I was talking to has the same one coming to him, and he also canceled both of them. So I don't know, maybe it was a glitch in their system. But either way, super cool to have these. Yeah, I think that actually concludes everything. Maybe Risk isn't on vinyl yet. Maybe that one still needs to come. Cryptic Writings, maybe those two still need to come. So, all right. What else? From High Roller Records. Gotta love those guys. Gotta love those guys. This guy here. Elixir, Son of Odin. This is one, I've seen a few people showing this one. It just recently got a reissue, black vinyl. The full treatment that they are so good at. The nice booklet with pictures and a nice story behind the band and everything. They put some effort into these, which I gotta commend them for it. I love these records that they do. So, a postcard, a merch form, and of course, they even got the lyrics and everything in there. So big hype sticker. Oddly enough, for a High Roller, there's no poster. Did mine just not come with it, or didn't they make a poster for it? So it's definitely a nice production here. They did a nice job with that. This thing sounds great. Is it new wave of British heavy metal? Nah, it's a little late to that game. It does have that vibe, but again, nice job, High Roller. Very nice job. All right, that's some more new wave of British heavy metal, but with that High Roller order, I decided to jump in on a couple, they were cheap. Again, High Roller reissues. The one and only Mekong Delta. Here's the first one, Mekong Delta. Then the music of Eric Zahn, which was their second one. And then the Principle of Doubt also. All High Roller issues. I'll just open the first one here. They even included the 7-inch single of the classical Toccata. Very good. They did that very, very well. Little black 7-inch single that they included. These guys are an offshoot of Rage and a label executive. They did a great job with these things. Sound great. Music is phenomenal. A lot of you may know already. The drummer, Running Wild, Gravedigger, all of that. He's in here. I think at this point, by 90, 91, they kind of came out with who they were, whereas in the early part they all had hidden names. So here's the High Roller, big poster that they do so well with. P.V. Wagner of Rage is in here. So good stuff here. High Roller, I can't praise them enough for what they do and what they do in their releases. They go the extra mile and really include a lot of extras, high quality records, high quality jackets, just top-notch stuff. So again, got the first 3 here from them. I believe there's a couple more too, but yeah. So I've listened to one of these. I haven't listened to the other 2 yet, but good stuff. Looking forward to that. So, and then I mentioned here that I did have some more new wave of British heavy metal. So, guess what? High Roller Records. Vardis, 100 Mile an Hour, 79 Revisited. So here we go from, and here's my original from 1980. This is their original live record that they did back on Logo Records. There's the back. Kind of funny that a band releases their first record as a live record. But to be alive in London in those days, it must have been amazing with the amount of music coming out of England. The clubs there, the amount of bands there were. I mean, how many new wave of British heavy metal records do we have? I'd be curious to go through that and, count that and figure out what I've got. So, but here we go. New cover. There's the back. And again, they do the same thing. They give us a lot of a nice record here. Heavy 180. And guess what? A nice big booklet. Again, looking forward to reading this, getting some backstory on this band. Just tons of stuff. It's always fun to read all of these little things that they put in here from the clippings and that from newspapers, some of the charts that they did. So again, they do a heck of a job. Here's a little flyer that came with it. A colored hype sticker. And then, of course, the lyrics. So looking forward to that. In fact, I just had my notification from DHL. I've got another package coming in the mail. Should be here in a few days, too, from High Roller, where I've got the new live Saxon, the new Savatage live one. Looking forward to that. So this one isn't really new. It's new to me, but I decided after hearing a lot about it, I'm just going to hold it up briefly because of the picture on the front there. But Witch Cross, this is a recent reissue, though High Roller has issued it a few times over the years. This is just a repress from them. And I grabbed it, heavy black vinyl, lyrics, photo collage, big hype sticker, and the obligatory poster. Witch Cross, Danish thrash band. So Copenhagen 1984, so this thing is fairly early in the days, so it's not new wave of British heavy metal, but I think sometimes people think it might be, but this is one of those that just hit real big at the time back then and had a good one. This is one of the few that they didn't have tapes to master from. So you can see on the back here where it says mastered from original Japanese vinyl by Patrick Engel at Temple of Disharmony. So All right. This next one, I got two comps here. I found this one, I don't know, $10 or something. I found it. This one has some pretty cool songs on it too. This is the actual Music for Nations on red vinyl. Very few things got released on colored vinyl back in the day, but that was one of them. There was a black one, but I had to grab that one because it was just too cool. And here we have the original inner sleeve where it has Music for Nations 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you know. So again, it's fun to go through these and say, okay, I've got this one, this one, this one, you know. You know, I've got most of these on the second page, but different labels. So a couple of these I've got the Music for Nation ones. So the other one I've got here, I already got one. This isn't the same one, so I've two copies. This one I've had for a while. I got this one from Jürgen in Germany. This is kind of unique, made in Poland. So here's a Polish pressing. No, it's not a Polish pressing. It's the Polish release. But if you look at the numbers, the dead wax numbers comes back as a Soviet Union pressing from back in the day. So that's got a little cool factor there. Russian pressing for the Polish market. I mean, this thing here is super thin. But just a little cool factor there. So I'm going to keep both of them just for the heck of it because it is kind of a cool thing. So, all right, this one's getting a little longer, so I'll cut it off after this last record here. Also a comp. I've had the CD for a very long time, and it is a banger of a comp. Always wanted the vinyl. I didn't order the vinyl back in 1990 because it had 6 tracks less. So I just ordered the CD, but then I wanted to have the, there we go, New Wave of British Heavy Metal 79 Revisited. This is the Lars Ulrich put together comp with bands from the era. Actually ordered this one. This is a European pressing. So the cover on the US is a little different. You can see the masked guy behind there. He's actually on the front. The pictures are moved around a little bit on the CD. If I can, yeah. So here we have the, now we'll start side 4. It gives us all the bands. Side 3, 1, and 2. Killer comp. So many good songs on this one here. Diamond Head, Sweet Savage, Saxon, White Spirit, Raven, Parallax, one of the little more unknown, Def Leppard, Weapon, Samson, Hollow Ground, Girl School, Witchfind, Iron Maiden, Jaguar, Tigers of Pantang, Gaskin, Sledgehammer, Venom, Angel Witch, Trespass, Holocaust, Vardis, Blitzkrieg, and a second Diamond Head track. I think Lars had something to do with that. But yeah, look at these tracks on here. Just a phenomenal comp with so many just killer tracks. So this one here, if you've never heard that, I'd encourage you to check this one out. Just goes back to that era that there was so much good music and just, yeah, so enjoyable. So here we go. I'll do a part 3 here shortly too, and we'll get them up there one at a time. So